So UFC 311 is this weekend. It's time for predictions. I'm gonna give you all my predictions from the main event to the opening prelims. And yeah, I just recorded this, but I nearly spent an hour on it, so I'm gonna try and get through these fights a lot quicker. And yeah, if you like the content, subscribe. As usual, let's get into this if I can figure out how to open the tab. Starting off, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Sarukian. We know that these guys fought before. They went to decision in a really close fight. You look at Arman, and I want to, look at the records before I say what I think. Had a very close decision win against Charles Oliveira. Knocked out Benil Dariush. We will get to Benil Dariush very soon. Knocked out Joaquin Silva. Beat Demir Ismagulov. And lost to Matthias Gamrot by unanimous decision. You look at Islam in his last five fights, submitted Dustin Poirier, knocked out Volkanovski, won against Volkanovski by unanimous decision. This is on 10 days' notice, so still a good win, but not the same. Anyways, beat Charles Oliveira for the title, and then knocked out Bobby Green for his title shot. You know, I feel like the only way Arman wins this fight is by decision. I don't see him knocking Islam out. I don't see him submitting Islam. I'm leaning more towards a third round submission for Islam Makhachev. I just think that Islam is at a level that only other Dagestani fighters have ever reached before, and the dominance that he has. I know he had that one knockout loss, but I think that loss is a fluke, man. Ever since then, this guy has been on a tear, and with a win in this fight, he would break the record for consecutive title defenses at lightweight. Um, the only downside to Islam is that he only fights once a year. Like same with um Zhang Wei Wei, um which I thought that fight was on here. Did it get canceled? I guess it did get canceled. Um wait. I don't know. I don't remember that when the fight is, so I'll talk more about the fight. But my prediction for this fight is Islam by third round submission. I just feel like he will he will finish this fight relatively quickly. I feel like Islam has hit a new stride in his career, and Dagestanis are inevitable. Moving on to Umar versus Marab. This fight took over the press conference. The promotion they got from these two is incredible. You look at Marab's last two fights, beat O'Malley by unanimous decision, beat Henry Cejudo by unanimous decision, beat Piotr on by unanimous decision, Jose Aldo, and Marlon Moraes. You look at Umar, he beat Corey Sandhagen, beat Bezcott Almacan, beat Leone Barcelos by knockout, beat Nate Maness by unanimous decision, and submitted Brian Kelleher. I'm leaning towards an Umar KO in the fourth round. I just think that Umar is better all around. Whether it be the grappling, obviously, Sambo wrestling way of one is the superior to American wrestling and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu as much as we hate it. So I'm going with a fourth round TKO by Umar. He wins the championship. The dog is standing fighters sweep this card and will never be free from them. They'll have kids. They'll come into the UFC and their kids will come into the UFC and it's just never gonna end. Anyways, though, moving on to Jamal Hill versus Yuri Prohaska. You know, I watched Guru's predictions last night, and I feel the same way. My heart wants to go with Yuri Prohaska, but Yuri Prohaska does not protect himself whatsoever. Like, it is so infuriating to watch this guy constantly, you know, block with his head. I know he has a very fun style, but like, it's frustrating. It really is frustrating. You look at his last few fights, got knocked out by Pereira in the second round, literally the first round of the second round. And before that, in round one, he was beyond rocked and saved by the bell. Then you have this really weird fight with Alexander Rakic, where he won by ground and pound KO, TKO, sorry. But Rakic's corner, I feel like, screwed him over in that fight. It was a weird, really weird fight to watch. Moving on, the first loss against Pereira. Pereira at MSG last year, well, I guess 2023, right? So, it's like Pereira already beat him twice. Did you do the trilogy? Well, I'll get into it in a sec. Then you had the last second submission by Glover Teixeira against Glover Teixeira, sorry. Like, he was losing that fight. He was losing that fight. Then you have him knocking out Dominic Reyes by a spinning elbow. Really good win. This is Dominic Reyes right after the John Jones loss, where it looks like he won that fight. Moving on to Jamal Hill, though, he lost to Alex Pereira in that weird, very weird sequence where he hit Pereira's cup, Pereira pushed him away, hit him with a left hook, and then uh, finished ground and pound. Before that, though, he had the Glover Teixeira fight where he battered Glover Teixeira. This was for the vacant title, right? Because Yuri vacated the title, and then Jamal Hill vacated the title. All that whole thing. Before that, though, he beat Thiago Santos by ground and pound, beat Johnny Walker by an overhand right, and beat Jimmy Crute by KO. Jamal Hill is really good. He is really good. People don't want to give him credit for, he how he is in the media. It's kind of growing on me, to be honest. I'm becoming a bigger fan of um Jamal Hill each and every day because I find him hilarious. I'm a big Yuri Prohaska fan, as I'm sure all of you are. Like, he doesn't defend himself. He really doesn't. Like, his idea of defense is ducking his head into his body so that he gets hit in the head rather than the body. Like, it is some of the, like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but like, from a fight standpoint, it makes no sense to me. So I'm going to go with Um, why is this not working? Oh my god. I'm going to go with Jamal Hill by fourth round KO. I know most people are going with Yuri Prohaska. I hope he wins. My heart wants Yuri to win. But like I still he needs to work on that defense. And by work on it I mean have any kind of defense. Now, moving on to Vanille Darius versus Renato Moicano. Man, Vanille Darius when he was on his rise looked like he was a genuine threat to Oliveira, to Islam. Like he looked really good. When Khabib was around, he looked like a threat to Khabib. But yeah, in his last two fights, got KO'd or TKO'd by Arman Sarukian, got TKO'd by Charles Oliveira, beat Matthias Gamrot by unanimous decision, beat Tony Ferguson on a decline, and beat Diego Ferreira by split decision. Now you move over to Renato Moicano, who is really like he has rebuilt himself. Uh, he got the doctor stoppage against Benoit Saint Denis, where he's battering Benoit Saint Denis. TKO Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner beat Drew Dober by unanimous decision. Beat Brad Riddle by submission. Before that, lost to Rafael dos Anjos. Not a bad loss. RDA, former champion. We all know what RDA means to the sport. I think that this might be Vanille Dariush's last fight. I'm going to go with Renato Moicano by a third round knockout. I see him winning. Majority of people are picking Moicano to win by knockout. So yeah, third round TKO or Moicano. Now, Kevin Holland versus Renier de Ritter. Renier de Ritter, man. I'm gonna say him for after. You look at Kevin Holland, he got that rib injury against Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze looked like he was winning that fight handedly. He beat uh, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk by armbar. Lost to Michael Venom Page. I think wasn't this MVP's debut? I'm pretty sure it was his debut. Then lost to Jack Della Maddalena by split decision. Really good fight though. It was a really good fight. JDM, some of the best striking I've ever seen in UFC history. And yeah, then before that, beat Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa is like 40 years old. You look okay. Renier Ritter, I know a lot of people are big fans of him. I am too. Renier Ritter though, it's not good when Gerald Marshart is giving you struggles. He did win by arm triangle. He did get that submission. But still though, if he didn't get that submission, that fight was looking ugly. Before that, he beat Magomedov Koshiev on UAE Warriors. For that, he lost to Anatoly Malkin. Anatoly is a triple champion, not a bad loss. He got KO'd twice by him. And then beat Vitaly Big Dash by submission and British Triangle. I really like Renier de Ritter. I'm going to go with Renier de Ritter with a third round submission. but he needs to show that he can hang with the best of the best. Like I said, when Joe Marshall is giving you struggles, that is not a good one. But I really like his style. I really like what he's done throughout his career. Going with the Ritter, third round sub. Don't disappoint me, the Ritter. I do like Kevin Owens though. I really do like Kevin Owens. I think yeah, like the problem with Kevin Owens, man, is that like some fights he looks like a world class athlete, like he belongs in the top 10, and he's gonna, you know, be be a threat to the division. And then other fights, it's like you're watching an amateur fight a pro fighter. Like it makes no sense. But moving on to Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Alakina. Bogdan Guskov KO'd Ryan Spann and Ryan Spann's last fight at light heavyweight. We know that Ryan Spann moved up to heavyweight, got a major knockout win. Then he knocked out Zach Perot, lost to Volkan Ozdemir by submission, knocked out Carlos Eduardo, and knocked out uh, Ali Reza Buffet. You look at Belly Akena, KO Jarrell Simmons, uh, won a split decision against Chuck Campbell in PFL, beat Tristan over Big, and lost to Daniel Compton by split decision, beat Kohan Scribner by KO. I'm leaning towards Bogdan Guskov by decision. I do I do want to see what Bogdan Guskov can do in this division. I just think there's better light heavyweights. Obviously, you have Pereira, you have Hill, you have Yuri, you have Magomed Ankalaev, and I don't know. He's 32. He does have time to grow. Same with Billy Akin 29. But I'm going to go Guskov by decision. Moving on to Peyton Talbot versus Raoni Barcelos. This fight, to me, is a pretty fun fight. Raoni Barcelos is 37. Peyton Talbot 26. On a meteoric rise, KO'd Yanis Gamori, KO'd Cameron Stamen, uh, submitted Nick Aguirre. He beat Reyes Cortez by unanimous decision, beat Christian Rivas by KO. You look at Raoni Barcelos, he submitted Christian Quinones. He beat Kyler Phelps by decision. Lost to Umar Nurmagomedov. Not a bad loss. Beat Trevin Jones and lost to Victor Henry. I'm going to go with Peyton Talbot. Again, I think this will be a fun fight. But Peyton Talbot is a rising up and comer. Has looked really good so far. I'm gonna go second on KO. And I do think this will be a competitive fight. I think it will be competitive, even with the age difference. It is a good win for Peyton Talbot to get. Um, and I feel the UFC doesn't want to jump the gun on him. They do want to build him and make him into one of the stars of the future. He is 26, so you don't need to rush him. In the bantamweight division too, you have Umar, you have Marab, you have Sean O'Malley. You do have a lot of stars at bantamweight. I would say that bantamweight is one of the most talented divisions we have right now. But I'm going to elevate by second round KO. Moving on, Jonathan Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. I really love this fight. This fight, I cannot wait for. So, I'm a big Jonathan Almeida fan. Like, looking at his career, he submitted Romanov, lost Curtis Blades, beat Derek Lewis by unanimous decision, beat Jairzinho Rosenstruck by submission, and TKO Shamil Abdurakhimov. I'm saying that right. You look at Sergey Spivak, submitted Marcin Tybura, lost to Cyril Gahn, beat Derek Lewis by arm triangle, beat Augusto Selke by ground and pound, and ground and pounded Greg Hardy. Oh, like Jolton Almeida is one of those guys that I do want to see get a number one contender fight. I know it's really hard now with John Jones and Tom Aspinall being delayed for so as long as it has been. I think that Jolton Almeida will win with second round submission, and I think that this guy will be a fresh face against Tom Aspinall. In the event Aspinall wins, he will be a fresh face for John Jones, obviously. I like I've been saying, I do think John Jones wants to get the record for most title defenses at heavyweight, and this should be a fun fight. Jolton Almeida, he has striking, he has phenomenal grappling in the heavyweight division. So does Sergey Spivak, though. So I really like this fight. Like I said, though, Almeida second round submission. That's my prediction. Moving on to Zachary's versus Azamat Bekayev. I'm a big Zachary's fan. I'm a massive Zachary's fan. I love his style. I love what he's done in the cage. But Azamat Bekayev, to me, looks like a beast. KO Chauncey Foxworth beat Lucas Fernando by unanimous decision, beat Dylan Budka by the split decision, beat Ronaldo Valente by unanimous decision, and beat Baham Salame by ground and pound. You look at Zach Reese, beat Jose Medina. I don't know if I went through his fights, but I'm just gonna do this. Did beat Julian Marquez, lost to Cody Brundage, beat Ellie Aronoff in the Contender Series, and beat Tommy Brittle by KO and Fury. I really like Zach Reese. I love his fight, so I can't say it enough. But I think fuck it. Logically, I think Kovalev wins. My heart's saying Zach Reese by decision. I'm going Zach Reese by decision. You can call me biased or whatever. I'm picking Zach Reese to win. I really like his style. I really like what he brings to the table. I do like what Arzumat Bakov has done in his career. I'm just a Zach Reese fanboy, so get mad. Um, Moving on to Grant Dawson versus Diego Pereira. Grant Dawson, man. I don't know what to think about him. He KO'd Rafa Garcia. Beat Joe selected by unanimous decision. Got KO'd by Bobby Green. beat Demir Ismagulov by decision, and submitted Mark Madsen, which ended Madsen's undefeated streak. If you don't know who Mark Madsen was, he was a very high level wrestler who came into the UFC and just did not find success, sadly. You look at Diego Ferreira, he beat Matthias Zabecki by round ground and pound, a really good win. Beat Michael Johnson by KO, by an overhand right. Lost to Matthias Damrock, lost to Gregor Gillespie, and lost to Benil Dariush. These are not bad losses to have. You know, I'm leaning more towards Ferrer. I'm leaning more towards Ferrer because of the fact I'm not sure if Grant Dawson could really make it in the top of this division. Like I just showed you, we've already seen him get knocked out by Bobby Green. So I'm leaning towards a Ferrer go down to KO. That's my prediction for this fight. Moving on to Carol Rosa versus Elaine Perez. I'm gonna get some heat for this. Elaine Perez hasn't really shown me anything that impresses me. She submitted Daria Zelen, that name, beat Josephine Edwards, beat Lucy Podolova, beat Ashley Evans Smith, and lost to Stephanie Edgar. You look at Carol Rosa though. She beat Penny Kianzad, lost to Irene Aldana, who was at the top of the division, beat Yana Santos, lost to Norman Dumont, who's at the top of the division, beat Lena Landsberg by majority decision. I'm gonna go Rosa by decision. Again, Perez hasn't really shown me much. Like, she has talent, I guess, but she hasn't shown me anything that, like, makes me excited for her fights. And I do wonder how she does against high level competition when we've seen Carol Rosa go to decisions against top contenders in this division. So I'm gonna go Rosa by decision. And yeah. Moving on, what do we got next? We got Rinya Nakamura versus uh Mumin Gafurov. What the hell is this? So, you look at Nakamura, beat Carlos Vera by decision, beat Fernie Garcia by decision, Toshi Kazama by KO, beat Shohin Nose by KO on road to UFC, and beat Guggen Guzman by submission at Kiwak. You look at Muin Gafurov, beat Kayang Hohang by unanimous decision, lost to Saeed Nurmagomedov, lost to John Castaneda, beat Diego Silva by spinning back kick, and beat Hermes Souza by an overhand right, finishing up by ground and pound. I'm leaning towards Nakamura by decision. Um, I just like what I've seen from his fights. Again, we're seeing an increase in Japanese fighters coming into the UFC. We had Kayoshi Kora. We had shit, who fuck Brandon Roosevelt? This is pissing me out. I'm going um, this is making me angry. Brandon Roosevelt. Tatsu Taira, there it is. Yeah, guys like that who are coming in from Japan, and you know, like I've been saying with some of these fights, the competition in the UFC is much different. I'm going to go now. Well, like first, I'm gonna go through this. Uh, like I'm going to go Nakamura by decision. I just, especially in bantamweight, which will probably be ruled by Umar and Marab for years to come. Uh, we'll have to see. I'm going Nakamura by decision. Moving on to Ricky Turcos versus Bernardo Sopage. You look at Ricky Turcos, lost to Raul Rosas Jr. by submission, beat Kevin Navita Dad, however he said, lost to Amon Zahabi, beat Brady Highstand, beat Caleb Parrott. You move on to Bernardo Sopage. He lost to Vinicus Oliveira by flying knee, beat Jermaine Vargas by KO, beat Julian Perez Lopez by KO, beat Caroline Meneson by KO, and lost to Francesco Nazi by decision. I'm gonna go with Bernardo Sopage by decision. I feel like having almost a year to recover from that KO will help him. Uh, Ricky Turcotte, he did lose to Raul Rosas Jr., who is on, a major come up. I just feel like Bernardo Sopage has much more to offer. They Untapology 81% are picking him. I'm going with decision. I could see a knockout happening, but yeah. Sopage by decision. Moving on to the opening fight between Tagira Ulanbekov versus Clinton Carpenter. You look at Tagira Ulanbekov beat Cody Durden by rear naked choke, beat Nate Manash by submission, lost to Tim Elliott by decision, beat Alan Nascimento by decision, and beat Bruni Silva by decision. You look at Quentin Carpenter, submitted Lucas Rocha, almost. Why the fuck does it say 2 months, 4 weeks, and 2 days? That's 3 months and 2 days, you fucking idiots. But anyways, beat Lucas Rocha, beat Juan Camilo Ronderos by submission, beat Edgar Terese on the Contender Series. Before that, knocked out Rodney Kawhi by a head kick, and then submitted Nick Clem. Um, I do like Carpenter a lot, but I figure him to get it on Bangkok. Again, it's just a matter of these Russian guys are inevitable. They just there's nothing you can do about them. They're always gonna win. But yeah, I do want Quentin Carpenter to win this, so I really do like his style. I do like what he offers. But yeah, that's what I have. for this event. Should be a really fun event. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. What did you think about mine? And yeah, UFC is back. I know we had that card last week, but you know, this is a stacked card. I can't wait for it. Other than that, that's all I got. Later.